I'm Eric,
I'm Joseph.
and we're students with the Rio Hondo Nursing Program. We'd like to invite you to Back to School Night, a day in the life of a nursing student.
Welcome. Follow us.
Come join us inside.
And look at this. So we have our computer lab here. So all the equipment and all the machines that we need to actually study and research what we need to do is here. For the most part, we are in here, and we can also transition into the other areas. We have another room for all our skills right behind us over here. Other than that, this is pretty much the entryway to everything for this program.
Clinical. We can get the. Oh, hey! I didn't see you there. Why don't I take you guys on a tour, okay? So, this is our skills lab where we practice our. Hey, Mel, help me out.
Skills.
Exactly. And we use these dummies to help us practice those skills. And. Oh, hey! Look at that.
Hello there.
We have some LVNs
Oh.
doing some skills practice.
How's it going, guys?
Guys, this is Miss Fernandez. Miss Fernandez, say hi. She's feeling a little shy today, but it's okay. Nate was just listening to her lung sounds. This is how we practice
Did you
for
really notice?
clinicals,
Yep.
real life situations. So you can see here, she has IV access. She even has a wound here. Let's show her the wound. Show them the wound. Wow, we could practice changing the wound dressing. She even has IV pole here. She's attached to a nasal cannula. It's very much so. She has her incentive spirometer. This is just like clinical. But yeah, let's show you guys around. All right, guys. So first we have here. Oh, hello, Nate.
Hey, guys.
These are some of our supplies here that we use for our skills. So we just kind of we don't need anything right now, so keep on following us. So this is our other patients. Hello, how are you guys doing?
A little sleepy there? We'll
So
move on to the next.
We're just rounding. How are you, Mr. Pena? Mr. Pena's sleeping. Look, I'll lower the bed a little bit for you, okay? Okay, good. Mr.
So,
Knight has a tracheostomy, so that's how he breathes. So here in the LVN program, we learn how to take care of the tracheostomy. We also learn how to suction. We learn a lot of skills just based on our lovely mannequins here. Every patient has their own oxygen suctioning machines. There's also IV poles and feeding pumps that we can practice too. And here we have our scales, so we can weigh each patient when they come in. And these are our linen cabinets to make each bed. So you become a professional bed maker here in nursing school. All the gowns, this is just how it is in clinical. So. And then we have our ISO cart. So these are what we would use for patients that are in isolation. We have our gowns.
all the PPE needed.
Yes, exactly. We even have some sharps containers. Each patient has their own sharps container, so it is very much so again.
Joseph, I need you.
How long has he been down?
45 minutes.
Call it. I'm needed.
What?
Tell the family. Dude, what do you need?
Yeah, no, remember that dance move you were showing me? Do I pivot on the left or the right?
I thought this week was the Pachenko.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey! Are you following me? Oh, who's this? You're following me. Why don't we show you the farm lab, okay, Joseph?
Let's see. What's going on here? Oh, Lord. Paula, help this boy. Next.
Hi, how's it going?
What are we doing?
Oh, so you're giving my patient some sodium chloride right
We
now?
call it normal saline in the hospital.
Okay, normal saline. Yeah. So,
Have you checked compatibility?
of course.
Liar!
Hey, Mel. How you doing? Can you explain what you're doing?
Prime the line. No more air bubbles. Prime the line. Prime the line.
Okay, moving on.
Okay. I expect a lot out of you here. What's going on?
Just giving my patient
Should you be lying down like that? Is this amateur hour? Next.
Yeah. Huh.
Hi.
What's going on?
Yeah,
Gonna
what
get my
do?
patient some insulin. Can you double check it for me?
It's wrong from here.
Yep. Okay,
They need a lot of practice.
this is why we do practice.
This is why we have a skills lab.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's dance.
Why are you so hard on them?
You know we have a high standard out there.
Yeah, I'm kind of embarrassed.
They're actually getting better.
Better than we were.
That's for sure.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, I almost lost you guys there. My name is Sarah. I'm currently a second semester LVN student here at Rio Hondo College, and I would like to welcome you to Back to School Night. I know it might look a little different from what we're used to, but I am still so grateful you guys are all here. Thank you so much for coming and signing in. I made something special for you all. I vlogged my day, a day in the life of a nursing student, and with the help of my classmate Miguel, we were able to make this beautiful video to follow, okay? And I hope you guys all enjoy it so much and you can really see, you know, a little glimpse of what it's like. But I hope to see you all super soon. And once again, thank you so much for coming. But gotta get back to studying, so bye guys. Hi, good morning. It is the lovely, my favorite time, 4:30. So time to get going, time to get ready, and what I would do to sleep an extra 5 minutes. Oh my god. Yeah, let's get going. Alrighty. So it is now 5:40, which is the time I have to leave in order for me to be on time, as well as get my coffee. So with that being said, we're headed to Starbucks. But I wanted to introduce myself. I'm Sarah. I'm a second semester LVN student, and my clinical site is White Memorial, and we're there from 6:30 in the morning till 7:05 at night, so it's definitely exhausting. We leave when it's dark, and then we leave when the sun's going down, so it's a long day ahead of us, but nothing the coffee can't fix. So yeah. Hi, good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm a little tired. How are you?
A little tired? I'm tired too.
Alright, we gotta have our iced coffee, so our day has officially started. So now I'm just gonna head to White Memorial. It should take me about 15 minutes. We have here our famous LA traffic. Woo. I'm gonna take another route because this is gonna take too long and I'm gonna be cutting it close. So yeah, gotta adapt. So there actually was an accident right here, which is why I'm stuck in traffic. This is why I leave extra early, just to make sure got room for emergencies. But it's okay, because I can take this time to drink my lovely coffee, and I wish you guys could hear my music, but
I woke up like this. I woke up like this. We flawless. Ladies, tell them I woke up like this. I woke up like this. We flawless. Ladies.
yes, it's a little frustrating. So I want to share, this is one of my favorite moments because it makes me feel like I'm in Grey's Anatomy. Woo! Here, we're walking to go get our check, our screening, and then we can go ahead and go from there. No.
Taste the smell.
Neat.
7.3 grams.
Thank you. Hey guys, so I'm here on the unit. So we've been very busy. This is my first time sitting down in 4 hours. Hey guys, so we're almost off to lunch, so we're just gonna check my last set of vitals right now. It has been so busy, everyone is swamped. I was the lead student for today, so I've just been checking in and logging on all my classmates, patients, answering call lights, helping screening, shadowing the RNs. So it's been a busy day. So we just got off the floor to excuse ourselves for lunch. This is Miss Ariana. So we'll show you how our lunch looks like. So after I have my coffee, this is what I have every lunch. I get my energy in because I start crashing. So this is my favorite sound at lunchtime. And this is how we do lunch. We do it with the border. So yeah, it's been a long day already. It's only, I don't even know what time it is. So it's officially the end of our clinical day. We walk across the street back to our cars, and it's time for us to go home and study for our next test tomorrow. So I just do my ritual before I go home, as I disinfect everything, and I, you know, like change my things out. I want to take that home with me, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and we'll go ahead and go home. and then you'll see my ritual later. It's a whole process. I'm officially home now, and with that being said, I have a whole routine that I usually do on clinical days because I am beyond exhausted. I take a shower, I'll go and eat some dinner, and I will then spend about an hour or so like just organizing myself, trying to study if I can. Usually I'm already falling asleep by then, so I'll go ahead and go to sleep, and I'll wake up anywhere from between 11 p.m. to like 2 in the morning. I'll wake up anytime between then, and I'll study until I can, and I'll probably study till around 5 a.m. And I like that time. I live with a lot of people, so that's the only quiet time I have, so I have to work around everyone else's schedule. And so with that being said, I have a long night ahead of me. I do have a test tomorrow. I have some projects coming up that I still have to work on. And yes, welcome to my life where I don't sleep. So I thrive. That's why in the morning I had to have my coffee, at lunch I had to have my energy drink. It's just my routine. I'm a very routine person, so This is the life of a nursing student. Really quick before I go to bed, I wanted to share something I learned in clinical today that I think is so important, and that you can only learn while being in the situation that I was in. So patient advocacy is huge, and you can't learn this in a nursing textbook. You really can't. You just have to be in that situation and, you know, critically think and, you know, do what's right. And it doesn't matter at the end of the day, you know, being liked. And what matters is your patient, and really how important that is, because they're the most important person in that facility. They really are. That's someone's mom's, like someone's aunt, that's someone's brother, and someone's dad. Like, these people are everything. So I learned that today, how to advocate for my patient, how to advocate for myself, and I will take this lesson with me for the rest of my nursing student career, and as well into my future nurse career, you know. So it was a really neat experience. It was a tough day for me, long day, exhausting. You know, I was just on my toes the whole day, but I'm very grateful. I wouldn't trade it for the world. This is everything I ever wanted, so I'm very grateful to be in this position that I'm in right now. But with that being said, I want to wish you all a good night, and thank you for keeping up with my day. I know it's kind of crazy, and this is what I could document into the best of my ability, but there's just so much more to being a nursing student that it's so hard to just get everything on camera, you know what I mean? So this is everything I could think of, plus some extra. So I'm gonna wake up around 3 in the morning and start studying, so that'll be my last check-in. I want to really give you like the 24 hours feel. So yeah, I want to wish you guys a great night. So thank you so much for keeping up with me. Bye. I'll see you guys in the morning. Like vital signs, activities of daily living, like baths, helping them with oral care, things like that. We're also learning how to speak to a resident in a way that's effective and makes them feel comfortable. We're given a lot of scenarios just based on Professor Chung's personal experiences in the nursing field or in the nursing home. She sometimes voices the mannequins so that we could get like a better simulation of how things are going to be. It's definitely preparing us to pass the CNA state exam, and it's preparing us to go into the healthcare field. We actually
are provided with masks and gloves and all the hand sanitizer we can imagine. And we're just taking the extra precautions. We even have isolation gowns when we will be within 6 feet, but I feel pretty safe. I think it's a good introduction to nursing. It's definitely given me experience and it's taking away the mystery, like the behind the scenes a little bit, so it feel more confident. I really like the staff that I'm meeting, my clinical instructors, because they give you kind of a taste of the real world even though we're not in. Some of the best moments for me have been meeting other people with the same goals and the same interests. It definitely pushes you to do better.
Hi, my name is Nadia Guadamuz, and I'm a first-year ADN student.
I'm Karina. I'm a student here at Rio Hondo College.
Hello, my name is Laura Zaragoza. I'm a student at Rio Hondo. I'm part of the ADN program, class of 2022.
Hello, my name is Margaret Huitron. You may know me as Maggie. I'm part of the ADN program, class of 2022.
Hi, my name is Lauren. I'm a first year ADN student. I'm the class of 2022.
Hi guys, my name is Paola Parra Vasquez. I am a second year part of the ADM program, graduating class of 2021.
My name is Melody Greer and I am a second year ADN student at Rio Hondo College. I am also the nursing club president and I will be graduating in May of 2021.
I don't have much medical background, but I did get to spend a few months volunteering in Israel in a hospital for disabled children, and that was honestly the best time of my life.
I'm I guess second generation Latina college student. My major is nursing and doing the CNA program so I can get my foot in the door, get some experience, and hopefully next fall I'll be accepted into the nursing program.
Originally, I thought I wanted to go and be a doctor. So I did plenty of internships, some here and some abroad, and those were fun, but I realized being a doctor was not for me. I couldn't fathom the idea of only having 15 to 20 minutes to consult with a patient. And what I did see though is that I saw that nurses had more interaction with patients. They had more of an opportunity to make a difference. And that spoke to me, and that's why I chose nursing.
I have my CNA certification, and I've been working as a home health aide for about 2 years, and I really, really like it.
I'm from Brazil. I came here to US 6 years ago. I came to study English, and I ended up meeting my husband here. We decided to live here, and I decided to start a new career.
I am a single mom of a 11-year-old boy. I am also a first-generation student, former foster youth, and domestic violence survivor. Before nursing, I was a CNA for 2 years. I worked in home health and hospice. I think that being a CNA was a great backbone to the nursing program. I think that it also makes you a well-rounded nurse. After being a CNA, I worked in patient registration in the ER. I then started working as a unit secretary in the ER, ICU, and telemetry floor.
I chose to do nursing because I find it to be a really rewarding career. I think it's going to give me the opportunity to do meaningful work in the world, and I think that it's going to allow me to be a part of people's lives in a really meaningful way.
But I've always liked helping people, and I think it's just a really good field to get into. You reach so many people, like there's constantly learning, so you're never going to be bored. And it's just going to be something new each day, which is something I really like.
I also just loved, the subject, learning about the body really interested me. So I had a lot of fun taking all my prereqs.
Definitely the most fulfilling part of nursing is that there's so many avenues that you can take, but all the time it all involves patient care, patient-centered care, and that's what I like.
In 5 years, I see myself ideally working as a travel nurse and working maybe in disaster nursing and going wherever the need is greater.
In 5 years, I hope to be a BSN, RN, and I really want to be a mentor to students who might be struggling like I have.
I'm very interested in working public health, maybe be a community nurse. I'm not sure yet which is the specialty, but I'm very interested in this area. I'm very interested in pediatrics, and I want to go further, maybe to be a nurse practitioner one day.
I see myself having graduated from this program, having completed a bachelor's as well, and hopefully working at a hospital. My dream would be to work at White Memorial Hospital, where I'm currently doing my clinical rotation at.
Some of the challenges I've faced while in nursing school, I think mostly have to do with the pandemic, because we're not able to use the same resources that other classes have had before us, such as the skills lab. So we've had to get really creative with how we practice our skills and how we study in groups. A great way to overcome the challenges and obstacles that we've faced is having to get creative with practicing at home. My parents have been so supportive. My whole family has been so supportive in letting me move furniture around the house so I could pretend it's a skills lab, and having my friends over to come practice at all hours, because nursing students hardly ever sleep.
Probably the biggest challenge for me is that I have to figure it out on my own. But I've been talking to more counselors and trying to talk to my peers a little bit more to kind of see what the next step is and try not to feel so alone doing it. Haven't really had a stable home environment for a while, and COVID kind of made that more visible to me. So I'm really trying.
You know, just the nursing vocabulary is new for everybody, but I feel like for me, I have on top of that another language barrier to overcome. Of course, a lot of cultural differences from where I'm from and here. This also plays a role in my life in general. And also coming back to school because of my age. I am 32, so I did study in Brazil, but many, many years ago. As an immigrant, I feel like language is very difficult for me because, well, of course, medical terms.
Well, there has been so many closures, and part of that has been the libraries closing down. And I used to live in the library. I could spread out all my books, and it was fun, and that has changed everything. Now I've had to find a new place to study at, and that's in the patio of my backyard. And you know, where there is a will, there is a way. You may not have the resources, you may not have a desk as I don't. I put a pop-up picnic table, and there's mosquitoes, but I bought a mosquito net and I made it work.
The challenges that I faced during nursing school definitely was juggling family, juggling work, juggling moving from where I was living in Orange County to be closer to home, both school home here, Rio Hondo. So that was definitely a change for me. But you know, gladly I took it because I feel like it just made everything a little bit smoother than a lot of hours on the road, back and forth. Some of the things I think I've overcome starting nursing school is actually like breaking out of my shell. Sad that some people know that I'm kind of shy, but once I break out of that shell, I definitely that talkative person, a very social person. But I think that's one of the things that I always struggled.
Probably being online. I was never a student to take online classes. They were a little hard for me. I like to be there in person, especially being home 24/7. I think time management is harder being home all the time. So definitely scheduling out.
I think the biggest challenges in nursing school is learning how to balance life at home as a parent and being a student. Nursing is a very demanding program. It does include lots of hours of studying. So it's not just the studying portion, but it's also going to clinicals, going to lecture, going to simulation lab, and then still coming home and doing my duties as a mom and taking my son to his own extracurricular activities.
But some advice I would give students in the same circumstance as me would be to think outside the box and not give up. There's going to be moments where you're going to feel like, how in the world can anybody do this? And I tell myself 100 times a day, I knew nursing school was going to be hard, but nobody told me it was going to be this hard. And I'm always so amazed, but I tell myself, if other people did it before me, I can do it too. I have faith that God will see me through, and I know that we can all do it if we do it together.
Sometimes I still have some issues with pronunciation, but of course uh, I have to put myself in study a little bit extra. Sometimes review some vocabularies and things that I don't understand in English yet. Sometimes, yeah, I have to be visiting the dictionary more often, I would say.
I'm telling you here that if you have a dream, go for it. And don't let your fear stop you. Don't let anxiety stop you. Go for it.
Everything I do, from I'm going to study this subject from this time to this time on this day, is probably my advice to incoming nurses. Definitely, time management is super important. I feel like it's harder for me now that we are home 24/7 to time manage, because everything, you just kind of get the feeling that, you know, I have so much time, but then you really don't. So you really have to be disciplined with yourself and make sure you schedule out time to do everything you need to do.
There are many resources out there for you. If it weren't for programs like EOPS or the CARE program, CalWorks, the TRIO program, I don't think that I would have been successful in my academic career today. These programs have helped me buy a laptop, pay for all of my books, school supplies. If I need some last minute printing, I was able to go to the EOPS and CARE office or even the CalWorks office. I'm someone who has come from a background of many adversities, but I don't let that speak for me and for my future. I see nursing school as a temporary sacrifice to get to that stepping stone to where you need to be and succeed as a nurse. So for anyone that is not sure about going to nursing school, just do it. Go for it.
And of course, always wear your mask.
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Kathy Lopez Alvarado, and I am a nursing professor here at Rio Hondo. I went into nursing because my dad had me at 50, and at 52, he had a disabling stroke, and he had to learn everything. He had to learn how to eat, he had to learn how to walk. So my entire childhood was in and out of hospitals, and I was very curious as to what was happening to my dad. And just like many of you, I am a child to an immigrant mother. I am a first generation college student. English was not my first language. So that is what I really love about Rio Hondo, is that I am you guys. And that's exactly why I love working here and I enjoy the students that we serve. And my topic was motivation. And that is very important because you can do anything. Anything. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter what you're going through if you have the right mindset. If my mindset is clear, if my mindset is focused, and trust me, you're going to have your good days, you're going to have your bad days. But if I keep my mind on the prize, if I motivate my mindset every day, if I remind myself why I'm doing this, if you keep your motivation up, as you can see by my office, behind me are my accomplishments and my family. Over here are all my students who are doing really well in life, and they're making us very proud. And then in front of me, I have my family. So these are all the things that motivate me and keep me pushing and remind me of why I am doing what I'm doing. So yes, it's not going to be easy. Life is not easy. And sometimes we make the choices that, you know what, sometimes they're bad choices, but that's okay. You just you just dust yourself off and you keep going. And that's the important message here, that no matter where you are, where you're starting, if there's money, no money. Out of high school, I didn't have money, so I went to Citrus College. I did all my prerequisites, and then I transferred to Azusa Pacific University, where I came out with my RN and bachelor's degree together. A year later, I went back and got my master's because I knew that I wanted options. And so I am telling you that with hard work, and I know it's very cliche, but the difference between the people that want it and that actually get it is that desire and is that motivation. You just have to keep going. And surround yourself with people that are helping you and who are going to believe in you. May that be a family member, may that be each other, but always find something. And mentorship is extremely important. I have not gotten where I am without the mentorship that I have, and that's why it's so important for me to make sure that I mentor the upcoming future students. So stay on it. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I'm klopez@riohondo.edu. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. And just keep going. You can do anything. I promise you.
started my nursing career in 2009. I graduated from the LVN program in 2010. Graduated top of my class, and I went ahead and did the bridge program to RN. Graduated in 2011. I'm a Rio grad ×2, and in 2019 I became a clinical instructor. Currently a clinical instructor for the LVN program. Currently I have a BSN in nursing that I acquired a year after the RN program, and I'm considering doing my master's in the next couple of years. I chose nursing because my mother was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. So I cared for her as she went through the system, and I wanted to understand how I could help her. And I wanted to also be her advocate. She is an immigrant, Spanish speaking, very little English, so I wanted to understand what I could do to help her. The fear that I was going to do something wrong was one of my biggest challenges. So the way that I overcame that was learning the basics really well, accepting that there's only so much that I can control, and showing up prepared, and knowing when to say that I don't know something, looking for answers before asking someone else, always being genuine with patients, always being genuine with staff, making sure to see the person behind the room number. All of those things really, really help. I'm very thankful to Rio Hondo for the opportunity to go through all programs and eventually become a clinical instructor.
Good morning, my name is Maria Gonzalez, and I graduated class of 2012, and I wanted to tell you I was part of the NPC Council and also president of our class 2012. Be involved, that's what I wanted to tell you. I work at White Memorial, it's been 8 years now. I work in ortho, med surg. I didn't know it existed, but I'm still here. And also I wanted to tell you that I was a Telecu scholarship, so my school at Rio Hondo was actually free. So Telecu helped us pass the NCLEX. They gave us a lot of support. We had meetings with Lillian, and it was very helpful. I wanted to tell you that some of the challenges are time management. I remembered when I was a nurse, I was like, oh my God, I'm a nurse. I love telling the patients, like, I'm gonna be your nurse for today. And then I think like 3 months after, I was like, oh my God, I'm your nurse. I don't know what to do, like, who am I gonna call? But remember, there's always gonna be support. You have your charge nurse, you have other nurses. And help your CNAs, help them out. They have 12 patients, you have 4 or 5. And they're the first eyes that they're gonna, to tell you like, hey, your patient's not doing well. Trust your instinct, trust yourself. And I want to tell you that be involved, help the community, be in a council. Because here at White Memorial, I'm also the unit-based council president. I did a lot of like shared governance, and you just get to meet a lot more people and open up your horizon, I guess. No, for the people that want to sign up to become a nurse, do it. I love what I do, but you gotta like what you do. You gotta like nursing. It's not for the money, because we don't get paid enough, like getting thrown urine at us, or getting, patients getting really upset because they're in a lot of pain, but it's worth it. I think I really, really enjoy it. Like med surg, like they tell me what's wrong with them, like, I'm in pain. Okay, here's medicine. I work 3 times a week. Then after that, you have all the days to travel, to enjoy life. I mean, right now, like 2 years is gonna be hard. And I actually got my bachelor's degree too while I was in school. White Memorial paid for my, some of the bachelor's degree that, I had. And then I'm planning to go to my master's degree, and so I can, further teach and educate patients. Anyway, do it. It's 3 times a week. That's like 36 hours in a week. Some people, it's good. I don't know, enjoy. Bye.
Joining us for our back to school night. We really appreciate your support.
It's time to go save lives.
Yeah.
She can say in her voice and her way that she like me. With her eyes, with her smile, with her belt, with her hands, with her money. I am the thesis of her prayers. Her nieces and her nephews are just pieces of the layers. Only one she loves as much as me is Jesus Christ and Taylor. I got a future, so I'm singing for my grandma.